Well, I brought you enough bad news for the morning as far as the forecast goes. Nathan, can you lighten things up for us?
You said that right before you went to the break, and I started scrambling through. I'm like, I need something positive quickly. And I did. I found something here.
All right.
Jump straight into it here. The Sac County Sheriff's Office K9 Remo will soon be outfitted in new protective gear thanks to a donation in the form of a bullet and stab-resistant vest, courtesy of the nonprofit organization Vested Interest in Canines Incorporated. The protective vest will be specially embroidered with in memory of Canine Hobbs, Des Moines, Iowa, end of watch 12/12/2023. Canine Hobbs, who was with the Des Moines Police Department, died unexpectedly following a brief and sudden illness. This potentially life-saving body armor is expected to be delivered to the Sac County Sheriff's Office within 8 to 10 weeks. The group, established in 2009, that's a 501c3 charity that's dedicated to providing protective vests and other assistance to law enforcement dogs throughout the country, and the organization's mission is to ensure the safety and protection of canine officers on duty. The U.S.-made NIJ-certified vests have been distributed now to over 5,000 canines across all 50 states, and that's valued at almost $6.9 million through private and corporate donations. Canines actively employed and certified with law enforcement or related agencies, including those with expired vests, are eligible for the Vested Interest in Canine program. Contributions can be made to the group through tax-deductible donations, and with a single donation of $985, you could purchase a vest, which is valued at about $1,800. For more details or to contribute, you can visit vik9s.org. And a link to that is included with the story on our website, or you can contact Vested Interest in Canines Incorporated at 508-824-6978. And during the delivery of the Condition of the State address on Tuesday evening, Governor Kim Reynolds noted the reform that is still ongoing in the education system for Iowa students. Reynolds discussed the success, in her opinion, of the Students First Act, allocating state education funding to be available for all K-12 students attending public or private schools, regardless of location or income.
Last year, we made it our top priority to give all our children a quality education that meets their needs. That meant giving families a choice, and that's exactly what we did. In the face of intense pressure to keep the status quo, we passed one of the boldest school choice programs in the country, kicking off a national revolution. We laid the foundation, and now Iowa parents, regardless of their income, can decide what's best for their children.
The education savings accounts assist eligible families to cover tuition, fees, and other qualified education expenses at private schools. ESAs are currently in the second year phase, allowing all incoming kindergartners, all public school transfer students, as well as students enrolled in a private school, or who were already enrolled in a private school, I should say, with household incomes at or below 400% of the 2024 federal poverty guidelines to be eligible for the ESAs. The third and final phase will be to allow all K-12 students, regardless of income, to qualify for the $7,598 of public funds for the 2025-26 school year. Reynolds says this new education freedom is already changing lives just one semester in.
Just recently, I heard from a family whose autistic son is thriving in a Catholic school that welcomed him with open arms. I also heard from a father who feels like his boys now have a true shot at the American dream thanks to their new school. Now, I want to emphasize, though, the change we're seeing isn't just limited to those who choose private schools, because educational freedom isn't about public versus private. It's about what's best for each individual child. It's about understanding there isn't just one way to educate our kids.
Reynolds announced that the Board of Education will vote on 8 new public charter school applications this month, including schools focusing on career training and also for at-risk youth. Reynolds says public school districts are stepping up their efforts as well to attract and retain students.
Here in Des Moines, the superintendent recently highlighted the district's efforts to deliver an educational product that, quote, attracts our students and attracts parents to either stay with us or come back. In Oskaloosa, the public school saw a net gain of students this year from private schools. And after hearing about the culture they've created and the great things they're doing, I understand why. It really does go to show that a rising tide of competition and choice really can lift all boats. Our education policies are working because together we stood firm and passed a law that puts Iowans in charge of their children's future.
Reynolds says by locking in educational freedom, the state of Iowa sent a powerful message pertaining to education. Where our children are concerned, no system, however long-standing, is above reform. And that'll be a topic that is going to continue into the 2024 legislative session, as Governor Reynolds and the GOP-led legislature likely going to be taking a pretty deep and hard look at the state's area education agencies. And we'll have more on that in upcoming newscasts. But that's going to be wrapping up your KCIM 8 o'clock news. I'm Nathan Cones reporting.
Appreciate the update, Nathan. Thanks so much for that. We got an inch of snow last night, and it is causing issues out there this morning with travel. We'll talk about many more problems that we are going to have later on tonight, all the way through tomorrow, and all the way through the weekend with those dangerously cold temperatures. The forecast. It's coming up in a few minutes.